Chelsea's media watch is a bad idea, like really bad, and here's why. Hello there guys, what is going on? Son of Chelsea, back again for another video, and today I'm going to be tackling an issue and a topic that has irked a lot of Chelsea fans in recent months and has irked me enough to get in front of camera and discuss it with you guys. And it was sort of prompted by an article for Talk Chelsea by Simon Phillips. I'm sure many of you know, set up Chelsea Echo, which I'm a part of. I'm very grateful for him for that, and he's a great voice online. So definitely, if you haven't checked out Simon Phillips' work, definitely go and do that. But what he discussed in that article and what I'm going to discuss today is simply Chelsea's media watch, sort of article series, I guess you could call it, that is published and promoted by the club. Now, for those of you who don't know, media watch, as it sounds, is basically a collation and takes a lot of news stories from a wide range of sources relating to Chelsea and puts them into one article to then share with fans. The series has garnered a lot of criticism from Chelsea fans online. I put out a poll last night on my Twitter account asking whether the media watch was a good or bad idea. And pretty unanimously, it was a bad idea in the opinions of Chelsea fans who did respond to my poll, and has been prevalent within social media in criticism to the article series. Firstly, we have to start with the premise that not all transfer stories or stories relating to Chelsea are equal. That is sort of the crux of why so many people have a problem with Media Watch. My problem with it is it endorses tabloid gossip. It endorses gossip from the likes of The Sun, that don't have the best hit rate in terms of news stories, transfer stories in relation to some of the other outlets that we get our news from. And unfortunately, this article series does endorse that. It does legitimize that. It does give credence to that. And that's a big problem, I think, personally. Someone who's clued up online, including myself, we know what's good and what's BS. I've, just staying online and looking online and through Twitter, through following journos, through following transfer stories and seeing what transfers get done and what don't, and sort of the hit ratio, you can make it pretty clear, and it becomes pretty clear over a period of time what is true and what is false. However, this series makes it seem like an article from The Sun and an article from The Telegraph relating to Chelsea are the same thing, which they are simply not, in my opinion. Matt Law, writing about Chelsea, who's insider knowledge about Chelsea is pretty good. He's got a pretty good hit ratio regarding Chelsea and works for The Telegraph, is so different to Neil Ashton from The Sun writing a story, an inside story about Chelsea. And I think history will prove that. So that's my first big issue with Media Watch. The second thing as well, it seems a bit of a contradiction from the club, because the Media Watch series talks about club rumours that the club's hierarchy doesn't respond to. Chelsea are pretty silent about a lot of things, apart from official announcements. It just seems, as Simon Phillips addressed himself, just appear just strange and appear just completely in opposition and in conflict to each other. And that's what just feels so off about Media Watch. The club aren't as open as other teams in the Premier League to the media. So as I say, are we going to choose what one we are? Are we open to the media? Are we not open to the media? And it just feels like when Petr Cech was about to be appointed and returned to the club, you had Media Watch stories promoting and sharing Petr Cech coming back to Chelsea, which is widely known, but the club themselves and Petr Cech refusing to acknowledge this and refusing to say whether it was true or not. So for me, it just seems in conflict with each other and just seems a bit strange. So once again, a contradiction, and I think is another contributor to why people dislike Media Watch. The third thing for me is it misleads fans. Now, I spoke about in my first point, and this leads into this. It makes sort of all stories equal, and for those who are clued up, who do spend a lot of time online or reading stuff and understanding which sources to trust and what to listen to and what to rule out as just the standard gossip, some people won't, and some people will see a news story from the official Chelsea club. Say if they have their app and they see the notification that pops up on my phone regularly, even though it annoys me, about Media Watch, and they'll think because it's coming from the club, it's legitimate, and the club are endorsing these stories. So they will believe that everything on there is almost gospel and it is true. Now, I know that may seem a little bit of hyperbole, and I don't want to assume that people don't have a mind for themselves and can't differentiate good from bad stories, but I do think it is a responsibility of the club to understand what is good and bad news. And I think as someone who values that, and I'm sure like many of you who get frustrated about a lot of gossip that and a lot of stories that inflict the social media sort of sphere, and something that Chelsea fans have to address. And there's a lot of times where you want to have a debate about something meaningful, and you have these nonsense stories which have no accuracy, not close to coming true, from sources that I don't trust, and we have to debate them, and it just feels like a waste of time for me. So I think the club as well, responsibility wise, shouldn't be posting stories that they know are untrue and are nowhere close to being true. And I just think it's just a bad look in my opinion. And as Simon Phillips put it, a joke. And I think I pretty much agree with him on that. So that is my opinions on Chelsea's Media Watch series. I now throw it over to you guys. What are your thoughts? Do you like the series? Do you think I've been too extreme about my criticism of the series? Do you just think it's something that isn't actually that serious and it's just a fun thing put out by the club? But do you think there is something deeper to it that really does frustrate you? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. But it's been fun making this video and discussing something that has been on my mind for a while. So it's good to get it out there. And I'm sure you guys will have some interesting comments as ever. So thank you guys as ever for watching this video. Follow me on Twitter to continue the debate at Son of Chelsea, and I'll see you again.